So I've talked in earlier videos about two concepts. One is that learning lots of conversational connectors to join things together helps to build language fluency, so you can keep a conversation going. But then of course you need the specific vocabulary for a particular conversation to slot into that, and books like this one that I mentioned, 150 thematic topics with 15,000 words, so that you can learn about, say, in this one, the legislature, or the farming world, for example. And then combining those two, you should be able to have conversations about the legislature or the farming world. But you can find yourself flustered if you don't have any practice in actually doing this beforehand. Not particularly about the farming world, but the idea of talking about a topic. So what I used to do was think up a scene. I'd imagine myself, for example, going to rent a car, and try not just to imagine the conversations I would have there, but to describe the whole scene. So I would describe the car rental office, what it looked like in my mind, and so on, talking around a theme. And then last year I found this book. It was, to be honest, probably a bit too basic, but still I actually got a lot out of it. Even over this past Christmas I spent a good couple of days with this book, and it was very nice. It's called 30 Topics for English Conversation. It has 70 illustrations we see here, and this is important because the way this book works, which I really very much enjoyed, is there are various topics, so clothes and fashion, and just like the other book we see that it has vocabulary in those areas, towns and sites, and it has again a good way for getting vocabulary, traffic and driving. So you would, well, what I did is look for any words I didn't know, and there were quite a few, in fact, even though I've been learning and speaking Czech for a while. In each of these topics I usually found words I didn't know, and I'd write them down, try to think about them, try to remember them. But then if you don't use a word, you very often forget it. And this book then follows each list of words with these delightful drawings that relate to them. So for example, at the bottom picture there seems to be an irate driver in a rather fancy looking car, and an elderly lady attempting to perhaps cross the road with her walking frame there. And a few other photographs, a few other drawings. So a man who seems to have failed the breathalyzer test, and a policeman who's perhaps panicking in exasperation. And so what you're intended to do, this is for people learning English, but it works in the opposite direction from speaking in Czech, is describe what's happening in these pictures. And you can take conversational connectors and slot in some of the words that are relevant to the pictures. So you could say, in my opinion. In Czech you say according to my opinion, podle, according to, mého názoru, my opinion, podle mého názoru, slotting some vocabulary in there. Or I have the impression that, mám, I have dojem, the impression, mám dojem že, I have the impression that, and then you would use some words from here. And if you can then spend 3, 4, 5 minutes talking about one of these pictures, you will develop a great ability to keep going and talking about various topics, and you'll find that even with limited vocabulary you can be quite descriptive, and the ability grows over time, so you can talk about more and more and more topics even with limited vocabularies. And of course, as your vocabulary in a specific topic grows, you can say even more, and it just keeps growing from there. And this output focus on output, describing a scene rather than just doing the exercises in a textbook, is a very important practice for real life, where you visualize some scene in your head and you describe it. So output based on conversational connectors with theme-specific, topic-specific vocabulary, and then describing a scene relating to it is a beautiful way for getting output-oriented fluency rather than just passive understanding. Thanks.